Right, Algebra 1, welcome to Lesson 13 in Module 3 as part of your work during April 6th through April 9th. We're going to be looking more at interpreting the features of graphs, specifically where graphs are increasing and decreasing. And we're going to skip ahead to uh, this. This is some actual data from the Mars rover on the ground and air temperature on Mars. And we're going to look at the intervals where each graph changes from increasing to decreasing and from decreasing to increasing. So let's do increasing to decreasing first. Try to write kind of the increasing to decreasing. We're going to do the air temperature first. So the air temperature is this green, I think it's green, this graph here, if you can follow my cursor. And we're going to determine where it's increasing to decreasing. Where does it turn, right? Where does it change from increasing to decreasing? So the spots I see are right there, right? It's going up, then it goes down. Clearly changes up at the top there from increasing to decreasing. And we're going to say that this point is at 10.18. By the way, this unit's Sol is a Martian day. And we'll call the one on the top there 10.59. Approximate it a little bit. And then for the ground, do this one in blue. Where is it going from increasing to decreasing? Clearly up here, right? It does. Increasing to decreasing here. I think those are only 2 points. So we'll call this one on top. We'll call that one 10.52. This one right here, we'll say that is at a 11.12. And then we're going to do decreasing to increasing, those turning points, decreasing to increase. Where's the graph going from down and up? So we'll do air first again. Do the air in black. So where's it? Oop, got one. Where's the graph going on the air graph for temperature, air temperature? Where is the graph going from decreasing to increasing? Well, let's take a look. Decreasing, I would say right here. There's a point where it changes. I would also say right here. There's a point where it changes. And over here. Right about there. Right, it clearly goes down and goes back up. So we're going to say those marks are at 10.12, 10.25, and 11.2. Really, guys, just identifying those spots where the graph changes from increasing to decreasing. There we go. Sorry about that. And then we'll do the ground in purple. So where's the ground going from decreasing to increasing? Well, right here I can see, right about there. Where else? Right here. And I think there's a third spot, right about there. Same spot as that one. Although the air, very similar location. Those are at 10.2, 11.1, 11.2 Sol. All right, so when is the air temperature increasing? In other words, between what values is the graph of the air going up? We're going to use that interval notation with those square brackets. So where is the air going up? Well, let's just circle them first. We'll do this in blue. So there it's going up. Big interval here where it's going up. And I think over here as well. So what are those intervals? Let's do that first short one. we're going to say that's between the interval 10.12 and 10.18, right? The square bracket, just that's how you see it, write the word interval. Instead of writing the whole word out, interval, we just use these square brackets. Then we're going to say that this one here is between, that'd be 10.25 to 10.59. And then lastly, I would say between this one on the right, 11.2 and 11.5. Next question, I believe, is we're looking at where the ground temperature is decreasing. So I'll kind of erase my graph a little bit. We're looking at the ground temperature graph. And where is it going down? To this one in this color here. So the ground is going down here. Big stretch all the way down to that point. Little stretch here. I think that's it. Those three intervals, which are at the interval of 10 to 10.2. The ground temperature is going down from 10.55 to 11.1, and the final interval is between 11.14 and 11.2. What is the air temperature change on this time? In other words, guys, what's the range of the air temperature? Like, what's the biggest, what's the warmest the air got in Mars during this time the rover was measuring the data, and what was the coldest period? What's the difference between those two? So up here, that's the warmest it got, 28 degrees Fahrenheit, and the coldest it got is negative 103. So to get the range, we just subtract them. 28 minus negative 103, add the opposite there. There's a 131 degree Fahrenheit change. If you've seen the movie The Martian with Matt Damon, probably could survive in this outside for a little bit, right? Negative 103, not so much. All right, number 11. What do you think of the ground temperature? Why do you think the ground temperature changed more than the air temperature? Is it typical on Earth? I'm going to let you guys think about that. It's more of like a physics real world question. And you guys, if you want to comment down below. Comment down below on why you think the ground temperature changed more than the air temperature. And number 12, is there the time when the air and ground were the same? It's a good review of some stuff we did in 8th grade math. Also first semester this year. Well, where would they be the same? Well, that's where the graphs intersect, right? The temperatures are the same there, they're the same there, and they're the same there. So, yes, where graphs intersect. That's where they'd be the same temperature. All right, so really, instead of working on, I think the problem set comes up next. Instead of you guys working on this problem set, I'm having you guys actually look at some graphs. If you follow our HyperDocs document, the next slide, you're going to look at some graphs and analyze some questions, which is a little bit more interesting. So you don't need to worry about this problem set, other than if you want to practice it, you can. But your exit ticket is really just to complete the next assessment. I can show you where that is quickly. It's right here. Click this exit ticket, and then it's going to bring you up to your assessment for you to do. As always, like and subscribe to this video. And next week we'll be looking at different types of functions. First of all, we'll be reviewing exponential functions one last time, and then we'll be looking at piecewise functions and starting something kind of a little bit new. But for this, remember to like and subscribe to this video, share it with your friends, right? Comment down below. Make sure you comment down below for why do you think the ground temperature changed more than the air temperature, and is this typical on Earth? Again, those that take science, good science, math, physics question for you. Stay healthy as always, right? Make sure you guys stay healthy. Wash your hands. Do everything you need to do to stay healthy. And we'll see you next time. Peace.